I hope Sonic 3 is the last Sonic movie. I saw some people talking about what character they think will be revealed in the.
Alrighty, if you haven't watched the video, go watch the video. It's basically a TikToker where he basically talks about, his thoughts on Sonic 3 and how there shouldn't really be any more Sonic movies and how 3 movies should be a good set to complete the whole thing, and how even though we all agree that, or even he says, like, it would be nice for it to continue, it makes sense for it to stop. Et cetera, et cetera. And go watch the video because he makes some points which I agree. But for me, even I gotta admit, I would not want them to end the Sonic movies, but if they were to end, like, let's say before it got repetitive or the villains got repetitive and stuff like that, I feel like the Sonic movies should turn into a series, similar to Sonic X. Stuff like that. And the reason I say that is because at least with the series, like with the way they're doing with the Knuckles series, they could do things that the movies cannot do or pull off or just feel not right as a movie. Like with the series, they could just turn it into an adventure series, like Sonic becoming more of a hero, expanding and checking out the world, and hell, they could do it where he goes back to his Earth and just has kind of adventures exploring that world again. Like, oh, I haven't been to my world in a while. Let me find a way to go back and see if it's possible to go back and save my world. Something like that. If not, they could just turn it into an anime series. But I feel like if the Knuckles series is well, then that's the evidence that a live-action series of Sonic could be successful. And with that way, they could have every character, and it would make sense. Bring back some villains, and it would make sense. It would just have to be a story where it's not repetitive. It just makes sense. As long as they tell the story where it's straightforward and there is an end to the story, I think a lot of fans would be happy. With the right writers, with the right directors and stuff like that. And if each episode is either an hour long, 45 minutes long, has 12 episodes, 2 seasons, I think that's good enough to tell enough stories where we'll be satisfied, even for Sonic fans. Because one villain I would love to see maybe have one more chance in a movie is Metal Sonic. I feel like Metal Sonic would be an interesting take because the way I viewed Metal Sonic is similar to, like, I forgot which, it was like a 90s Sonic movie, or it was a special where he fights Metal Sonic and he says something, he's like, I know what you're thinking before you're thinking and stuff, that kind of saying. I might play it just to make sense because I don't want to ruin that kind of saying.
You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it?
Basically, that kind of moment, or have something like similar to that. And I feel like the show should build up to that, where he goes on an adventure and Eggman slowly develops Metal Sonic, which is the perfect identical being to Sonic. It moves like Sonic, it acts like Sonic in the sense of fighting style, where it would be an interesting battle style to see this version, the whole fight like this, in live action. If that makes any sense. And that's something that they could do a little bit build up. That's, like I said, the movies can't do. And then just end it like that, where he saves his planet, or his home, he stays there, and if they ever decide to continue that version of Sonic, he could just go back to Earth, or just tell more stories, or not, I don't know. But I feel like that's more of my thoughts. Like I said, it's fine if it makes sense, like they make 3 movies and they stop, but I feel like even though this Sonic still has some potential to tell, I still want to see Sonic fight Metal Sonic in live action form, whether it's in the movies or a series. But that's my thoughts. That's my take on that. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with me, or if you guys agree with what the TikToker that I made a stitch from his video. Go watch his video, see if you agree or disagree. But let me know your thoughts on everything I just said. But yeah.